Ooh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I was able to put in relationships, economy, inflation, and this is what it came up with. And this is obviously Google Gemini. 33% of Americans consider financial security before committing to a relationship. 30% of those have experienced financial problems in a relationship, have broken up over divorce. And then also down here, if you could look at inflation, can also impact the economy in a number of ways. While the economy can benefit from some inflation, spiking inflation can be destabilizing. So when it comes down to relationships and friendships and things of that, like relationships across the board, romantic or not, you have to start doing some really, really deep evaluation and assessment over who is in your life and who you're spending a lot of your time with, especially if your life is not moving in the trajectory of what you desire. And this is where you have to start shifting from love based, like, oh, I love this person and I'm in love with him. But if you are spending more time depressed and anxious and this person is not giving you the emotional support that you need as a woman, that person has to go, period. Being someone who has been married twice, I never financially benefited from marriage. And I know I've had people to tell me, oh, well, Jay, just, do it again. It's okay. And I'm like, no. When we talk about relationship strategies and social strategies, we have to start looking at this for the simple fact that most women, especially black women, we were not raised in spaces where we learned relationship strategies. We didn't learn those things. And so we grew up having to feel it out and be emotional based because we were taught that you love that person unconditionally. Like, you just have to love them for it. But the love unconditionally is not for the man, it's for the children. So good. We have to start thinking about the emotions that we put into other people. Value based is all about usefulness. The definition of value is usefulness. What is the usefulness of this person? This is why it's so important to have people in your life that can reciprocate per the value that you put out there. So if you know that you are a caring person and you are very, very all about everybody making it happen, you will help anybody in need. It will greatly serve you to become very self-aware of how you give towards other people, because all you need is somebody who is a narcissist or a person that loves to take. And then next thing you know, your teeth falling out, edges falling out, you done gained about 50 pounds or you lost 50 pounds, stressing out over this person who is taking everything from you. And you looking like boo-boo the fool trying to fix your life. And you can't fix your life because you're trying to fix somebody else's. That is an emotional-based relationship, and it's based on mothering. So women get into emotional-based relationships trying to unconditionally love someone else when it's really mothering. And when you haven't been trained in spaces like that, like relationship or social strategy, you tend to go to people where you feel useful towards and that you could be of use to. But then that person does not give you the same equal and reciprocation back to you. So when tough economic times come like this, it really boils down to you becoming very self-aware and saying, like, I don't have that kind of time. Even vetting relationships, even vetting romantic partners is a cost. You lose time. If you are not financially where you want to be, no, you do not have time to date. No, you do not have time to go and have coffee dates with people that cannot afford to take you out to a 5-star restaurant, because you want romance. You want someone to care. You want someone to be an investor into you, just like you are an investor into other things. You do not have the space and the time to give to someone who does not have the same outlook on life that you do. It does not mean you're a gold digger. It does not mean that you use people. It is for the simple fact that you value high quality, reciprocated relationships that feed you just like you feed other people. Just like you are a giver, you require givers in your circle as well. Because in days, like, you have to remember you're a woman. There are days where you want to quit. There's days when you want to give up. And some days you want to cry in someone's arms. But this person can't even, like, soothe you because they want you to get up and work. Or they need you to get up and make some money because, like, what are you doing? That person can't even, like, emotionally soothe you because they don't have anything going on. They don't even know how to pour into you. And there are exceptions. Absolutely, there are exceptions. But most times, you have to start shifting into value-based transactional relationships. And men have always been transactional. Like, people don't even think about that. Men have always been men will always put their needs before anybody else. Look how easy it is that they just walk away from their children. Like, we women be like, oh my gosh, how dare he? Why would he do this? Why would he do this? Like, this child is his. There's no attachment. There's no attachment. The woman was attached to the baby. That's why I always tell people, like, I don't understand how it's not bloodline through the mother, but we're in a patriarchy. So whatever. You got to shift. And you've got to see relationships different if you're going to move in this new normal with ease and with flow and with peace. Don't have nobody in your circle that's not giving you what you give it. That matters.